11:14 is the time, guys.
Thanks, Mike. The economy is looking up, or is it? And will the national upward trend trickle down to the local economy that really needs a lot of help? Financial specialist Stephen Buden is here to discuss more conflicting economic news in today's Financial Focus. Good morning.
How are you today?
Not too bad. It's the day after Super Bowl.
That's right.
The Valley, there's a lot of money changed hands.
Yeah, it was a good weekend for Vegas, which is always good.
Yeah.
And the jobs numbers that came out at the end of last week, good for the local economy. I think over 250,000 jobs created. It's always good when you see that. Unfortunately, some of the folks came off the unemployment rolls, which is what dropped the unemployment level. But on the whole, I'd give it a pretty good grade. I think based on what we've seen the last year, this is pretty good.
You know, our best economic indicators at times, the Dow Jones Industrials, and it's up right now. Does that necessarily equate to more jobs?
Yeah, well, I think it's a good sign. The Dow Jones yesterday, Friday, I should say, hit a 4-year high. And the NASDAQ, which is a more aggressive, the technology index with the tech stocks, hit an 11-year high. The silver lining, the irony here, though, is if you had your money in the NASDAQ 11 years ago and you just left it there, you're even after 11 years. You made no money for 11 years. But at least it's trending upward, which is pretty good. But the one flying the ointment is the 10-year bond. And I've said this on many occasions that if you really want to see how the economy is doing, watch the bond market versus the stock market. And we have a 10-year bond still sitting below 2%, which is a concern for me. However, I'm looking for a new home right now, and I'm shopping mortgages. And these are mortgage rates that are as low as you'll ever see. I mean, it's unbelievable how low the rates are. So hopefully that will provide some stimulus going forward. But if I had to take a bet, if the stock market is right or the bond market is right, I have to lean toward the bond market right now, because if the economy is doing well, the chances are interest rates would go up because there's more economic activity. So we just have to be careful. The stock market tends to be a little bit more fluctuating than the bond market.
But it also tends to be a little bit softer after the first of the year, and so far that hasn't been the case.
Hasn't been the case. It's we had a 4% gain on average in the major indices. However, the volume is really low. So until I see more volume coming into the stock market, I would still hold it with a grain of salt. The bond market is telling me that, as the Fed did last week, that they're going to keep interest rates low for the next couple of years. Right. Terrible for savers, but good for folks that are looking to start businesses and hopefully try to get some credit. I mean, these interest rates are unbelievably low right now.
The average is below 4%, and I think that the lowest I've seen is like 3.64% or something.
On a mortgage?
Yeah, on a mortgage.
Oh, yeah. You're seeing historic lows. I mean, this is as low as it gets back over 50 years. Hopefully will stimulate the home buying. But I'm shopping around, and it's amazing how they're tripping over themselves to give me these low rates. It's amazing.
As we move closer to the general election, is that going to play a role in the economy, or have we already seen the bottom out, or whatever is going to happen here?
Yeah, I think this will go all year. You're going to see a lot of rhetoric, a lot of speeches. The unemployment numbers will be okay. The Democrats take credit. The unemployment rate goes up. The Republicans are going to lay blame. This goes on. We know that. Okay. And we just have to try to sift through it and make sure the numbers are accurate.
Okay, well, we'll find out tomorrow if the sports books did well. But overall, the Las Vegas economy, not too bad, right?
No, I thought it was a great weekend.
Yeah, should be. Okay, Lisa, thank you.